Hello, my people. Today we are making one of my favorite foods, beef samosas, but there's a twist. Y'all, there's no frying, no folding, no sweat, just filling and boom, we're at the deliciousness. Let's get going. Start off, I'm going to toast and grind my spices. I'm using cumin seeds and coriander seeds. Toast them up in the pan until they're fragrant. There's no oil, no nothing. Once these are toasty, they start crackling, there's a little sound. Just pop them into spice grinder, coffee grinder, they're one and the same. Could use a pestle motor, but why work harder than you have to? In the same pan, I'm going to brown off the ground beef. You wanna make sure you're just breaking up the beef using the spoon. With the samosa filling, we don't want any big chunks. To the ground beef, I'm going to add some onion. I'm using a red onion, but honestly, doesn't matter which color. You just wanna make sure it's really finely cut. That way it's about the same size as the beef once it cooks down. So to the brown beef, I'm going to add in garlic, ginger, and some jalapeno. If you don't like it too spicy, leave out the seeds. Once the beef is beautiful and brown, it is time to add a little bit of flavor. I'm going to be adding in some sliced green onion, cilantro, and lime juice. Then we season the meat with those ground spices and of course, a good pinch of salt. I'm also gonna add in a little bit of veggies. Not the most traditional ingredient to a Kenyan samosa, but my mother always made her samosas with peas. I liked them, therefore peas are going in the pan too. And we just wanna warm them through. They'll finish really cooking once we get these samosas in the oven. I'm gonna turn off the heat, and while this is cooling down to room temperature, I'm gonna get started on the pastry. I have a sheet of already rolled out puff pastry. It's a little bit thicker than I need, so I'm just gonna use a rolling pin to get it a little thinner so I can cut it into some squares. I'm gonna cut it into 9 pieces. Don't be too fussed about making them perfectly even. As long as they are roughly the same size, you've done all right. And don't be tempted to overfill these. If they're overfull, they won't stay shut, so fill them moderately and save any remaining filling as a snack for yourself. Once the filling is in the samosa squares, it is time to make them into little parcels. To do that, you're just gonna pick it up and fold it corner to corner so it shapes into a triangle like so. And I like to use a fork to make sure it really commits. Now once it's crimped, just gonna place it on the baking sheet and repeat with the rest. Before these get in the oven, you gotta make them look good. They need a little touch up. Just gonna brush the top with some eggs. This is gonna help those cumin and coriander seeds stick to the top, as well as give them a beautiful bakery-like sheen. I mean, this is really where you get to express your artistic vision and create something delightful, something truly unique. Each samosa is unique as its own. At this stage, you have 2 options. You can bake them and enjoy a delicious samosa puff now, or you can pop this tray into the freezer, allow it to get firm, and then once they're nice and hard, put them all in a freezer bag. And then whenever you're hungry for a samosa puff, you just pop it in the oven, 400 degrees until they're beautiful and golden brown. It's been 20 minutes. The final step is plate these up and serve them with a lime wedge. And this is the way, I don't care if it's a samosa puff, a samosa made by your auntie, a samosa you buy on the side of the highway. There's only one way to do it, and that is to bite. Get that lime right in there. I hope you enjoy this shorter version of making a samosa. I guarantee if you are a samosa lover like myself, give this a try. You will be so overjoyed for the sweat that you saved. If you do make these, be sure to tag me, use our hashtag #MyJikoni, and I will see you at the next recipe. Oh my God, burn my lip on deliciousness.